Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Encryption. I hope you all are doing well, and this video tutorial is going to be about how to install OWASP Broken Web Application on VirtualBox. So let's get right into the video. Before actually looking at how to install the OWASP Broken Web Application, let's learn what it is and why you may want to install and run it on your computer. Let's begin with what is OWASP Broken Web Application. Well, OWASP BWA is a Linux-based virtual machine that hosts a number of vulnerable web applications. That means several web applications that are developed using various programming languages such as PHP, Java, and so on are hosted on the virtual machine. The applications have serious security issues, or they are very vulnerable to get hacked. It's because the web applications are made vulnerable intentionally to learn and practice hacking. Why OWASP BWA? OWASP Broken Web Application provides you a platform to learn and practice web application hacking or penetration testing. As I mentioned earlier, OWASP Broken Web Application project includes several web applications which are categorized into training applications, realistic, intentionally vulnerable applications, old versions of real applications, applications for testing, tools and demonstration pages, or small applications. You can learn web application hacking or penetration testing somewhere online or on site and use this platform to practice. You may learn and perform different attacks such as cross-site scripting, SQL injection, cross-site request forgery, remote core execution, and so on to the web applications listed here. How to install and run the OWASP BWAP? Since OWASP BWAP is a Linux-based virtual machine, you should use a hypervisor software to install and run it. You may use Oracle VM VirtualBox or VMware Workstation, VMware Fusion, Hyper-V, or any other hypervisor software. Let's see how to install and run the OWASP on Oracle VM VirtualBox. Oracle VM VirtualBox is a free hypervisor developed and distributed by Oracle Corporation. You can download and install the VirtualBox by using the link displayed on the screen or by just clicking on the link provided on the description below. In my case, it's already downloaded and installed. Once you have installed the VirtualBox, you need to download the OWASP BWAP virtual machine files. For this, just open your favorite web browser and on the search box, type OWASP Broken Web Application and hit enter. Then click on this link of sourceforge.net, which takes you to the OWASP BWAP download page. Here, click on the download button. Wait for a few seconds. Now, if your browser asks where to store the virtual machine files zipped with 7G, point a location and save it. Since I have already downloaded and stored it on Downloads folder, I don't want to download it again. So I just click on the cancel button. Wait until the download is complete. It may take several minutes depending upon your internet speed. After the file is downloaded, we need to extract it. If you are using a Windows operating system, you can use the WinRAR tool to extract the zipped files, which you can download and install for free using the link as shown on the screen, or you can get the link in the description below. But if you are using other operating systems other than Windows, you may use their preferred tool to unzip or extract the zipped or archived content. Now, double-clicking on the folder, here we can see the OWASP Web Apps virtual machine files, which we will use to create the virtual machine and run it. Next, open the Oracle VM VirtualBox in your laptop by just pressing the Windows key and typing the Oracle VM. Click on it to open it. Here, click on Machine menu and click on New. Then give a name to the virtual machine. Let's give it the name OWASP. You can give the name as per your choice, however. Also, you can change the default machine folder by clicking on this arrow, or you can simply leave the default selected folder. The type is Linux. Select the version as Linux 2.6 or 3.x or 4.x 64-bit and click on Next. The recommended memory size is 1024 MB. That's okay for this VM. Click on Next. Here click on Use an existing virtual hard disk file because we have already downloaded the virtual hard disks or the .bmdk file while downloading the OWASP BWAP virtual machine file. Then click on this folder icon to locate the BMDK file. Locate the OWASP BWAP folder from the downloads and here click on the first OWASP Broken Web App -cl1.bmdk file. Click on Open. Select the OWASP Broken Web Apps.bmdk file. Click on the Choose button and click on the Create button. Okay, now the virtual machine is created. Now let's start it. Just right click on the virtual machine, click on Start and click on Normal Start. Now to log in to the web application hosted server or the virtual machine, provide the credentials which is displayed here on the screen. Type the username as root and the password as OWASP BWA. The password is not displayed as you type, so type the password correctly and hit enter. You will be logged into the server. To see what web applications are hosted on the server, you can access the project's homepage user interface on a browser. You should open a browser and type the URL as displayed here on the screen. By default, the VM is attached to a NAT network and you should always run the VM on the host only or NAT network because the VM is a damn vulnerable VM. If you use bridge network or the LAN which you are using for a host machine, that is your computer or laptop, the vulnerable VM may be accessible from outside the network and using the OWASP BWAP VM, hackers may easily compromise other systems in the network. Now you may wonder how to access the web UI of this application. If you have other virtual machines on the same NAT network, you can access it from that system's browser. For example, I have an Ubuntu server VM which is attached on the same NAT network as the OWASP BWAP VM. That means they are on the same network. Let's quickly check the IP address of the Ubuntu server. Yes, both the Ubuntu and the OWASP BWAP are on the same subnet or the same network. So I open the browser and type the IPv4 address of the OWASP BWAP, which is in my case 10.0.2.15. We can see the OWASP BWAP project's homepage. Here we can see several applications. To get the URL of an application, just click on the link. You will get the URL. When you set the target while performing attacks or enumerations on this application, you will provide this URL. Last but not the least, if you do not have an additional host as a virtual machine like Ubuntu in my case, you can simply put the OWASP VM on a bridge network and see how the web interface looks like. Putting the VM on the bridge network will put your computer and the virtual machine in the same network, then reboot the system. Again, this is strictly not recommended approach. However, you can try it just for a few minutes only. Then you should switch back to NAT network or host only network. Now after the OWASP BWAP VM is rebooted, log into the server and note the IP address. Then open a browser in your computer, type the IP address and hit enter. we get the web UI. Okay guys, this is how we can download, install and run OWASP Broken Web Application in Oracle VM VirtualBox. I hope the video was useful to you. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. See you on other videos. Till then, have a nice time. Goodbye.